In 1 week, Jimmy Butler had 2 game winners with the Sixers, and despite the fact that they are identical, which is very interesting, I want to focus on the move itself and break down why the sidestep is the little known go-to option for NBA players. What up everybody, my name is Stefan and this is Heat Check. So let's analyze this beautiful move, see who does it and why it's so effective. Let's get into it. So besides Butler, Spencer Dinwiddie also used the sidestep to create space for a game-winning shot, and here's why I like it. When you hit the defensive player with a sidestep, he then needs to cover that ground with a diagonal stretch rather than a straight ahead jump when guarding a conventional step back, and that makes it harder to react and harder to execute. Also, the shooter has more strength for this type of shot rather than fighting the backwards momentum with the step back. This is a nice example, as you can see Jonas Jerebko trying to stay connected on the switch, and as Dinwiddie dribbles back and forth, you can see that Jerebko follows that same forward and back motion. That rhythm is broken by Spencer as he suddenly dribbles to the right, catching Jerebko off guard as he's unable to cover the distance diagonally. This is more than enough space for the jumper. Here's another great example. As he goes right, Mirotic has to jump diagonally to contest the shot. Meanwhile, Dinwiddie is perfectly squared up and has way more power to raise up and shoot than he would have had with a step back. Now here's an interesting variation. Damian Lillard has such a fast release, so instead of doing a big hop, he just quickly shuffles his feet to get the defense to back off a little, and then all he needs is just a super quick tiny step to the side, enough to give him room for that lightning quick trigger. This has been one of his favorite ways of getting that separation when he decides to shoot a three-pointer. Oh, and here's another game winner from Dame, again utilizing the sidestep. Chris Paul also has his own way of executing this. After his initial attack, just as the defense would expect either a shot or a drive to the basket, CP3 would instead race towards the baseline and raise up from there. This is such an unexpected move that I really don't blame the defender for relaxing for a split second. He used to do this more often back in his days as a Clipper, and I haven't seen him utilize this much with the Rockets. It could have something to do with the fact that they really don't encourage shooting mid-range jumpers in Houston. Besides these players, there are also guys like Derrick Rose, James Harden of course, and DeMar DeRozan, who I believe uses the sidestep the most. And since I feel like I explained everything about this, I'm just gonna let the clips roll from the rest of the guys I mentioned and you can just sit back and enjoy. So that's it for now. If you like this video, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss my future in-depth analysis. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.